Hey guys, it's me, Trainz, and we're here in TRS 2006, and if you could hear that, I really hope you can, because I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you guys hear this episode. Also, we're probably going to be programming another train today. I'm not sure which one it's going to be. But I already know the question of the day, so here it is. The question is, what in military ship designation, what does FFG mean? That's the question of the day. Still don't have an answer on the other 3 questions this week, but hopefully as I acquire more subscribers and people get more used to the idea, I'll have at least one person that will answer the questions, and I can say on the weekly timetable. So let's see. This guy is for picking up lumber from the pulp mill. So let's open our map. Pulp mill is here. Surrey Pulp. Definitely going to use this route at one point or another. Oh, going to use that route at one point or another. Whoa, okay. That was kind of loud. For me, at least. I really hope it was for you guys, but I don't know. I wish you could see that expression I just made. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure we need a turnaround up here. I'm going to build a loop here so that I can pilot things along here, and then I don't know, that doesn't help either. The only things that would help here is if something's going straight from Summit Coal. Although I'm definitely going to have a train going the other way around the edge. I'd like to have a train going the other way around the edge. Also, I kind of want to watch a full circuit of the other train. What was it? No, I'm not sure if that even touches this. Well, so then it probably uses this. If we can send it here, to here, and then no, that doesn't work. Yeah, if it goes around here, what if it comes up here, around here, and then over to this whole mess, comes in there, goes out there, goes around all here, comes up here, crosses over, goes into here, and then heads on. That would work. No, it wouldn't. I lied. Oh, well, it could go this way, actually. But it doesn't. It goes this way. Up. It goes into here. Then it goes out, and I think it goes around. And then goes down there. And then I'm pretty sure it would head back up the back way here to Summit. But we'll find out, because I'm going to keep an eye on him later. Why is there a consist on the hill? Oh, duh. I don't remember putting that guy there. So let's get to the task at hand. I'm not going to actually move the thing around. I'm just going to do this. So, I do want to keep zoomed in a little bit. Maybe I should do some more terrain sculpting this episode. Put in the mountain range in here. But I don't feel like it. So we need it to come into Surrey Pulp. Giggity. The only real ways in are this around here, in there, out, down, around. That's a really large reversing loop, but what else is there? I don't want to pipe anything else through the Bursington Mill. I'll be completely honest about that. The high road should probably have at least one crossover right above, so I'll add that. I wish I could see it like Railroad Tycoon 3, where you could tell what tracks were being trafficked the heaviest. That was a very helpful feature. Didn't really love that game, though. It was cool for a while, but I don't know. It lost its luster. So yeah, I think I know what I'm going to do. First of all, I need to get over here. Let's plateau the land. Let's make this thing nice and big. Giggity. Again. Just so that we have lots of room to put this. Because I don't want to run out of room. No, that's definitely long enough. Alright, so I'm going to bring this thing along here. No! No! Okay. Let's work backwards. There. Let's see if we can make this a little more natural looking. Natural curves. Oh yeah. Alright. We could probably go into spline mode and change both of these a little bit. I'm just going to add a little bit more of variable points to work with so that we have a nice setup. So I can basically put these two together. Because I want them to be fairly parallel. Also, I really need to stress the, oh! Bam! Magic Fixer tool. The importance of having that like that, and this like that. Because if it doesn't, the switches are going to be all wonky. Yes, I said wonky. Move that like that. That's good. That means I should probably move these back to here. Move this one over, move this one over. Straighten both of these. Make a tiny, tiny piece here like that. Straighten that. And fix the elevation on this. And then fix the elevation for all of these. That'll just keep me going down farther. It's a funny mechanic right there. For when you want to lower the land super duper slowly, that's your mechanic. So let's grab some, first of all, some track direction markers, because we want this to be properties. Ah, it worked already, thank you. Let's go and get the signals that we use. Bam, no, yes, there we are. Of course, in the track object category. Put the signal down. Put that cookie down. And then put this signal down. There. Alright, now I think it's time to start programming, but first, I need to add one more train to Lag City. So let's see if I can find an engine that we haven't used yet. That is going to get really annoying really quick. In here I have Eureka and Palisade, this Shea locomotive, and that guy. Let's move away from them, because they're kind of annoying. Special Forces boxcar looks really, really stupid. They're pretty special, all right. DB doesn't exist. Okay, I'm completely fine with that. That does exist, but it's too big. See, nope. That's not gonna work. Let's see here. I have this one. Do I? This is a large one, isn't it? I think this is a large one. Yeah, alright. Standard gauge. I'm pretty sure I have this guy on the fleet, as they say. And this is a normal. Looks cool, but it's a normal size. I always go over these, hoping one of them works, but they never do. It's this guy. It's this, which doesn't work. Does work. Does work. I think this is the one that's up there. Let me check. Let's fly on over to here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, can't use that. Denver again, 607. This one's a regular size. I would expect. Yep. We need to go down to the bottom. Fowler? Oh. Oh yeah, that's the one that's already in the game. Is this? Oh, this is a tender. Bumblebee. Which I wish worked because it was cool. Scotsman, Mallard. Let's go just fly all the way down to the bottom. But this guy works. He's regular size. You can just tell by the way they look. Class J. Does not work. What are these? Oh. PRRGG1. I'll make a layout to use that eventually, because, yeah. This guy. These are gas shunters. They're probably... It would be cool to have one narrow gauge, but I already have that one. Or nice to have one narrow gauge diesel, but I don't want to have one. It would be cool to have one, but I don't want it. This is an adorable looking locomotive. I think that's 24 narrow gauge or even smaller. Oh, it's a high wheeler. It's a 10-wheeler. I want to be close, but I don't want to hear anything, because the noises are piercing. Maybe you guys are lucky if you can't hear a single goddamn thing. These are all regular size, aren't they? Yeah. I used them in a previous layout. I remember them being regular size. I'm wondering why, if the Eureka and Pal State is not. Tender is just a water tank. Nice call. Georgia Power. It's kind of. No, never mind. DHR Loco. This guy. Is this the guy I have in the shed? Because I kind of like the way he looks. Except he's 24. Sorry, dude, you're too small. Something I never hear. And now the phantom noises remain. Let's get away from that. 3-foot 2A touche. That's the one that's in the. It's in the. H. Baldwin. It looks really cool. Now. I wonder what I'm missing for those guys. I'll look it up eventually. I have that one. Have that one. Definitely have this one. The Unita engines. I have the Unita 51 running the thing around. Maybe if I can get a reskin for that one, but maybe we'll just go into Photoshop, take the skin, go into Photoshop, and make it a 15 and say, yeah, change the whole thing. It's quite bright. What are these things? What are those? I don't even know. Maybe I'll have to settle for another Shay. Let's see. Where are the rest of the Shay locomotives? Let's go on over here. Bite the bullet and go over here. This is that one. I bet. This is 3. That one's also 3. Okay, yeah, the same one. Just wanted to make sure. 282 Shay. This one. Is this the same one? I literally have the same thing in 2 different locations. I'm gonna just sit over here and compare them side by side because I feel like it needs to be done. Have that one go. They are legitimately exactly the same. Okay, well, it's kind of a jip. No, wait. They do have something different. They have different couplers. Okay. Which ones do I have over there, and which couplers do the cars use? These are all knuckle. Those aren't. These are. These cars are not knuckle couplers, though. Most of the stuff isn't knuckle. I don't even care. Screw you guys. Okay, so I have both of you. Same one. Got some Railroad Garrett. That's a 24-inch. I just keep going up and down this. I'm not finding anything new. So, USA class. Those are big driving wheels. Alright. Never mind, we'll deal with that later. What is this? What is that? That's a big locomotive. It's a big locomotive. Okay. Alright, back to what we were doing. Wish I had that, because it kind of sounds cool. Let's program. I'm torn between this one and this one. This one doesn't do much. This one takes coal off the map. Maybe I should do the passenger train. No, I'm going to do this one because I want everything done on that side of the map. So let's carry this one over to where it's going to start, which is actually going to be up here. I just decided. Put it here. Let's see. Where's this guy got to go? Open the map again. It uses the giant reversing loop. Maybe. I decided this one was going to use the high road, correct? So, no escape, goes around, then heads, no, yeah, no, yeah, heads through here, around, and through no escape. I could do that just as easily. Or I could yeah, it's easy enough. Around through here, across this, and around, and down. I might just have it use the big reversing loop just for kicks. Because we don't want it to go too often. So let's get back to what we were doing. First it needs to go down that way. So we need to track mark the line. First one should probably be here. That's not what I wanted. Track mark right there. 98. I'm pretty sure I was at a higher number than that last time I checked. But 99. '71. Then we go around here. There should be a track mark somewhere over here. Yeah, 420. Man. Goes over, goes across. It's through that. And then goes through here, goes down, goes this way. Whoa, okay. If you guys end up being able to hear these, I'm definitely turning the volume down because it's loud for me. It's an alright... Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot my headphone volume is completely independent to what you guys are hearing. I've always forgotten that. I've never remembered. Let's get to 307, and then you head to no escape. For out of no escape, you gotta go this way, cross through all this stuff like the other train does, except go up the hill, and then backtrack. No, actually, then that's when you go this way. So it needs to be a track mark there. No, that doesn't make any sense. Or should it be full? Comes in through here, goes around, heads up, heads down. It does pass it twice, doesn't it? I don't want it to pass it twice. Then this way. Maybe I'll have to put a curve in here. I don't want to do it. But, um... Decisions. No, you know what? It's going to go through it twice. Whatever. There needs to be some water here. Hold on. There we are. I never textured the lake bed here. I just did this little dirt embankment and said, oh, that's it. These stilts touch the bottom. Well, actually, the water bottom is really, really close right there, so they probably do. Yeah, they do. Okay. I'm not concerned about that. What I am concerned about, however, is not much. So let's get to programming, because I don't want to stall us forever. I do have a deadline of sorts tonight. Much earlier than I usually do edit. We need to figure out which train it is first. Actually, we need to open that so that we can see what the things are. Figure out which train is doing it. We need to get up here. So this one is 452. No. This is what I said it was, right? 452? Yeah, that sounds right. Drive. Let's trace the route first. So, first thing you gotta do, drive via track mark 98, which should be right at the bottom of the list. 98. Then next track mark is gonna put something here. Next track mark is 99. For 22. Then 71. Let's go along here. This is quite a long path. Drive via track mark 420. Then 418. Then 70. I don't know why we're jumping around so much. Pretty sure the game will just decide a random integer and say, oh, all the track marks you place are going to be this kind. Thanks, game. Shut up! Stop it! Alright. The noise. Even at low volume, it's grating. Can you go this way? Maybe I should have a way to get onto the high road from here. It's much too sharp of a turn, though. I'd have to have something that comes off here and meets up way farther than halfway. Maybe right here. But that would take away quite a bit. I think it's best just having it as bad as it is. Maybe we should just make this a full cloverleaf intersection. I'd love to see someone integrate that into a map. So yeah, where were we? 56 going this way. Drive via track mark. 38. I might as well program the station while I'm here, because I don't want to have to do it later. So, right after it drives past 70. Drive to CERM Pulp. Wood General Goods Pickup. Wait for 5 seconds after you load. And then horns. There. So now we're back to plotting. 38. Or maybe we're just scheming. No, I know what plotting looks like. I'm definitely plotting. 36. I just figured I will try to put the question of the day, like, say it either at the beginning or the end of the video, so that if somebody forgets what it is, if they don't write it immediately, if someone forgets what it is, they don't have to go searching through the entire video for it. Like, you ever get one of those times where you see someone commented on something hilarious somebody said in a video, and you missed it in the video, you didn't realize they said that, and you want to hear it, but they didn't put a timestamp on it, and you don't want to just sit there and go, when was that? So you end up just watching the video twice. I've done that. I don't know if you guys would, but I've done that. It was totally worth it, by the way. Maybe if you guys ask, I'll tell you what it is. At the very least, you'd have to wait a week. On another note, I started working on The Nick of Time, which is a short story that is based here in the Geiger Mountains. It focuses on a child. I'm not sure, I'm kind of on the fence, putting him somewhere between 11 and 15 years old. Not entirely sure, but definitely old enough to go off in the woods on his own. I mean, I guess they live in a 3-story house in the middle of this massive expanse of forest in these mountains. So, if I were the parents of this kid, I would obviously teach him survival skills, which I wrote in. He does have significant survival skills. Excuse me, drive via track mark. Significant survival skills, enough to survive a night on his own. So that's why I was thinking 11 was a little too young, even though having such a impressionable protagonist is really fun to work with. But point being, I started working on that, is the first responder. I've worked out almost the whole story. Well, up until the part where he actually responds. I've worked out a slight bit of the story. I kind of just write it as I go, which seems to work best for me. And then I go back and change things later if something doesn't seem right. But yeah. I'm not entirely sure where in this expanse the house is going to be yet. I might pull up. I might go for over here, past all this in this big expanse, because this is a nice radius of forest. If he gets dropped off here, he'd have to walk through all this mess, though. I don't want that. I don't want that to be part of the story. But I do want to say he makes it to the hills overlooking Mason Valley. So I want him to get over here somehow. I'm not sure how we would do that if he started all the way over there. If he maybe lived somewhere over in this massive expanse. Well, let me get back to work. Let me finish this little tidbit of stuff. And there are always episodes where I'm contemplating cutting things out because they don't, they're long and tedious tasks, but I also like spending the entire episode talking to you guys about stuff, random stuff, and I don't want to cut that out and leave myself less time because, as always, it's a Friday, and I normally have stuff to do on Friday, just, you know, not necessarily, you know, doing work, but I have social obligations, especially because it's Friday. There you go. Which way does this go? It has to go this way, right? So yeah, I'm a little short on time. I might get there in the nick of time. So yeah, the setup is this. He wanders out into the forest alone, like he kind of usually would. It's not an unknown thing for him. I never track marked this. And then he gets lost, and he thinks to himself, well, it's time I had a real adventure then. It just happens at a time where he's like, I wanna, you know what, maybe I want to spend the night on my own, maybe I want to stay in this forest. Even though it's probably going to be a bit chilly, it's early May. Check mark 454. Go. 423, just checking to make sure that is the previous one. Alright, so that route is done. All we need to do is repeat it. I'll start up the driver session for 10 minutes, because that's how long I'm going to talk on this. That was quite a set of noises. But yeah, what I was thinking of, let's bring up the map, even though the map is terribly laggy, is, remember Granite Peak? I wanted to make a glancing blow on Granite Peak. I haven't explained what it is yet, have I? During my first book, there is what is chronicled as the Battle for Mabels. Mabels is a space station. If I believe I've said this before, but it's a space station home to the Time Travelers Organization. It's sitting outside of time and space. But there was a battle. It was taken by the enemy, because I don't want to spoil it, I'm just going to say the enemy. And there's a massive battle to take it back. And one of these enemy motherships tries to escape, and it does, and two of our ships follow it. Of course, it's a mothership, and we just have this one frigate, which is the one that crashes, and there's, I think, a cruiser, which manages to deal a little bit of damage, but then has to pull out because they can't stay there and get walloped by its massive cannon. I'm not even sure if that's a word. That word doesn't. But yeah, this and this, only one selected program. I feel really proud of myself. Is the track just floating? Yeah, it was. Oh, I should have it go the other way. I'm doing that. I'm having it go the other way. Because I want to be able to pass the, should I? When I program the other train that goes the other way, I'll just... You know what I should do? I should grab a new engine. Just like a brand new engine. I should go look up the KUIDs for it. But yeah, so the frigate, it's a frigate, a UNSC frigate. I'm not sure what designation, maybe a, not an ion frigate, they don't have those. But a, not a missile frigate, it's FF something, 220, maybe just FFK, it's a kinetic. It doesn't have any special ornament, but it's got armor. Or maybe FFF, it's a flag frigate. But it comes in, and I'm just gonna disconnect myself from this. I'm gonna fly all the way over here. I thought that was a chunk error or something, then I realized I never put those chunks in. So, over here. I want the ship follows the mothership, gets knocked back into its own time vortex by the cannon, and then appears in the sky, breaks through, comes down, bounces off this, and crashes down hard into the forest right near Nick. Nick survives the event, and he is the first responder. And it's dark at night. It's 8 o'clock at night. Fairly late. It would definitely have been dark outside by then. And I'm just gonna check on all the trains. It's you. Bald is not being too stupid right now. What was I going to say? Train bounces off, or not train, ship bounces off and crashes, and of course it links to the other universe, and he's the first to get to it. Well, he goes over to it, but of course it's in its own crater and it's burning, and it's, you know, radioactive slightly, and, you know, all of those other things that come with the ship that just crashed, and pretty much everyone is dead, which is fairly unfortunate. But the systems aren't, which is very fortunate, because Nick camps out the night beside the crashed ship and waits for through the whole night to see if anyone is still alive. In fact, he makes a whole circle of the ship, even though the ship itself is almost 3/4 of a kilometer long, and the crater it made is probably much larger. But he makes a full circle of it during the night, just to see if anyone happened to survive, or if it was too sudden an incident. He doesn't find anyone. In the morning, the wreckage is cooled down enough for him to go over to it, and he manages to boot up one of the computer systems and receives a message on how to contact the superiors of the ship, being one of the doctors, myself, any of the other captains in the TTO, or just basically any other time travelers organization or ship, or not quite ship. Like, I wouldn't really consider some of the smaller time travel things ships, especially DeLorean. That is not supposed to be happening right now. That's something I need to fix. And then he goes about finding all the necessary equipment. He signals the TTO. People arrive. Not sure who yet. I'll figure it out. And eventually they come and repair. They don't repair the ship because that ship is a little too beyond us. But we do end up having a replacement. Crew unfortunately can't be replaced. But we ask him if he wants to join the Time Travelers organization. He excitedly says yes. It would be an easy enough cover to say that he died. He was hit by the ship, but that's the sad part of the story. I mean, not really too sad, but it's the unfortunate and fairly unpleasant part. When he does have to leave his other life behind if he wants to be with us, he has to make his big decision. Oh, please stop in time. Don't do this. Don't pull a bald. There we are. So, how much have I let it run? I've let it run 7. I'll go for 2 more. And then he gets whisked away to his brand new life in the Time Travelers organization. One of the youngest inducted members. The TTO is a generational organization, meaning it houses its workers as well as the children of its workers. So, you know. And according to history, everyone who's in it is already dead. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's how we run things over at the TTO. You gonna load now? You gonna pick up stuff? Nicely done. Just get the next two and you'll be fine. Where are you? Oh, you're pulling into the main terminus. Did you really? Well, at least he's still, you know. Alistar signal past the danger. Would you pass the signal of danger? Come on, man, don't do that. Okay, gotta go. Trainman out. Enjoy. And tell me if you want more of the story. I'll always talk about it on the weekly update. Trainman out. Remember the question of the day.